Okay guys, today's Monday morning and it's bread making day, so I thought I'd go ahead and make a video for you on the sourdough since you've been asking for it. Today we are going to start with, what's this?
Sourdough.
Yes, this is our sourdough starter, and as you can see it's bubbly and active. Day one in the kitchen, typically a Monday, sometimes it's Tuesday, but on cycle day, day one, we make about 4 loaves of bread.
Yeah.
And it starts the night before by, Cannon wants you. Go answer him and then come back. Starts the night before by feeding my sourdough. We're going to put our dough hook onto my KitchenAid. And I'm running out of white flour, so we're gonna mill a bunch. And these will be whole wheat, but you can use the whole wheat and the white flour interchangeably in this recipe. I'm using the Farmhouse on Boone beginner's sourdough, and I quadruple this.
Yeah.
So let's start by getting my mill out. You ready to help me mill?
Yeah. It's so great.
See what they are? There are wheat berries. We're gonna zero this out and start with our 200 grams of starter. Sometime midweek we'll do bagels, usually a discard bagel. It's really close. That's 200 grams.
That's 2 grams.
200.
200 grams.
200 grams. Let's clear that out. Let's do our salt.
Mom, I want to do this right now. I want to do it.
Oh, too much salt. Okay. Let's get water. You want to go get some water?
Yeah.
Go fill it up with water.
Okay. This is really gross.
I only have about a cup left of whey, and I think we need about 3 cups or something close to that. I don't know what 650 grams there. Let's start with.
It's not okay. Will you leave this tiny bit?
Yep, go ahead and pour that in.
Hey. Mom, that's one.
Okay, what's the number say? Don't touch anything. What does the number say?
What?
206. So let's keep going.
206.
We're going to 650.
650.
This almost always turns out for me, and even if it doesn't, we make lots of other stuff with it. So let's go ahead. Here we go. We're going to clear it out. How much do we need? 950 grams of flour.
What? All of that?
That is only 250. Okay, let's start kneading it. Let me go get a bowl. All right, so now we're gonna move it to our bowl. We are going to let this sit. I normally, with my white flour, I let it sit for about 30 minutes. And because we're using wheat, we're gonna let it sit for 45 minutes to an hour.
No, I'm sticky.
Yeah, we'll wash our hands in a minute. We're gonna let it sit for that time so that the flour can absorb all the moisture and really get incorporated. Looks good. Okay. Now let's start our second one. Let's get some plastic wrap on that. We're gonna put some plastic wrap, or you can use a damp towel. You don't want it to dry out. Okay, so next day, I have my bread in the refrigerator, in our bags, in our Benetton baskets. I preheated the oven to 500 degrees and put the 2 Dutch ovens I have in the oven while it was cold, allowed it to come up to temperature. So now it's up to temperature, the pots are hot, and we're ready to get our bread out. All right, I have 2 pieces of parchment paper. I'm going to lightly flour it. And flip over my loaf. Move it so you can see here. Flour the top of it. And now I'm going to score it. I'll just do there we go. Okay, now we're going to pull our pots, our Dutch ovens, out of the oven. I'm going to drop this in there and cook it at 500 for 20 minutes. Then I'm going to take the lid off and cook it for another 15 at a reduced temperature of 475 for 15 minutes, and it'll come out beautifully.